Today we are going to be learning about making a circle collage. So we're going to be taking paper, any kind of paper, it doesn't matter what paper you use. It could be scrap paper. If you want to use wrapping paper or other found objects, you can do that. I'm going to show you, I will adjust this so we can see what I'm going to be doing. So using random art supplies, you are going to be coloring or designing patterns or shapes. They could be abstract, and you can randomly color your shapes and patterns. These are oil pastels or gel crayons. I've used those in the past. You could just go ahead and use markers if you like. You can mix your crayons with markers if you want. You can choose any of the supplies. You can make these happen any way you want. So I'm going to pause this so you can see what this looks like when I'm all finished making random and different shapes and patterns. So here I have a finished piece of my random patterns and drawings, and what I'm going to be doing then is I'm going to be cutting these out in circle shapes or kind of wiggly type of a shape. So you will see that. Okay, I have everything all cut out, and you can keep some of this if you want to cut some more shapes out later. You can definitely do that. Now the next step is you will be just randomly creating and coloring a background. I'm actually going to be using watercolor paint. I will be showing you a quick demonstration, and we will go from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is a watercolor resist. So I will put some crayon down first. This is white. You won't be able to see it until all is colored. The next step, I will be adding markers. So when I turn markers into paint, I do not need a lot of marker. I can just do some lines and a little bit of colors that go together. Make sure when you are using some of these colors that you use colors that are friendly with one another. What will happen is some of the colors will mix and they won't mix nice. They'll make a brown, or they'll make a really dark grayish brown color. There will be some drying time that will be needed. during this painting process, so allow that to kind of happen. This could be the time when you take a break. So my paper I have does not like to turn to paint very well with the marker, but it should get a little bit of the colors mixing together. Also, the paper I do use right now is not very absorbent. It is actually not, it's too thin of a paper, but I still can see some of the white showing up through the paper. Now, another thing you can do is if you are somebody that has gel crayons, you'll see some of these gel crayons will actually turn to paint as well, and that's why I'm just waiting to do that step. Due to the fact that gel crayons will dissolve like paint due to the fact they are washable. So as you can see here, now my gel crayons rinse in between color changes. They're actually washing off the page but turning into a paint. So gel crayons are really useful for paint, especially if you don't have very good watercolor paper. And you get this really kind of interesting looking paper. Then when your paper's wet, you can actually use the gel crayons right over the top. So I would consider this to be complete. And this will now need to dry. Check your table. This is probably, yeah, this is wet right now. So the next step, I am going to be showing you how we are going to be taking all these circles that I have cut out and this backdrop, and we're going to make a collage using all these different shapes that we have. So hold on a minute, I'll be right back. Okay, my picture's kind of dry, not quite. So I am going to create a collage using all my cutout pieces. First, I'm going to arrange how I'd like them to be. I can use different sizes on top of other pieces. Like that. I do not have to use everything I cut out due to the fact you may want to arrange some of these to be, let's see here. You might want to arrange these to kind of fit whatever you think it needs to look like. So here we go. I think I'm going to leave it just like that. The next step is get a glue stick or glue or whatever you have to paste it down. If you don't, you can use tape. Another step, if you want to make these pop out a little bit, you can make these a little more 3D by adding some flip and fold zigzag pieces of paper. I can cut this to show for an example. I'm not using this piece, so I can fold a small pop out. I don't need the whole length here. So if I wanted to make one pop out, I will use that right there. And some of my first graders, we make some of this stuff with paper sculptures. There you go. So if you wanted to pop out, you could make it pop out. I don't care for that, so I'm not going to do that, but that is an option. And the reason why I'm not doing it is because the paper is still wet that I am using. there you have it. You have your collage. Mine kind of looks like outer space, I think. And you can make these go however you want. It's up to you. Share them with me if you can, and enjoy the lesson. You can do this with pretty much anything you can find at home, and I look forward to seeing your artwork.